Hello guys, Termex here, and welcome back to another New World video. In today's video, I want to go over my personal best and personal favorite PvE and PvP bow build. Now, something I do want to get across right before we get into all of this, I did make a separate AoE war build for the bow. I'll put it in the description below, I'll put it in the top right so you guys can do that. If you're looking for an AoE build with a bow for war specifically, or just grouped enemies specifically, that video is going to be more for you. But this video is for the people that want to use a bow in PvP and PvE. They don't want to use 200 Azoth every time they want to do a certain piece of content, and they want to use one build that can do both sides of content with, like I said, wasting all your Azoth. Now, one thing I do want to apologize for is I am not going to be showing a lot of gameplay of this because I am level 60 and respecking takes 500 gold right now. Respecking my skills takes 200 Azoth, and when I'm trying to make all this content, it's very taxing on my progression, and I just can't spend 4,000 or 5,000 gold a day showing you guys the specifics, showing you guys the build setups. But I can show you guys what you need to do. Now, the first thing is when you're running a bow build, most of the time you are going to want to use light armor, and that's what I like to use myself. A lot of people like to opt for medium armor as they won't get two tapped all the time, so make your choice as you go. Heavy armor is useful with bows sometimes, and there is a bug right now to where light armor isn't actually giving us the full 20% damage. So a lot of people are arguing that maybe the heavy armor is the best way to go for everything. I am going to make a video on that very soon. And if you're looking at the screen, ignore the gear score and the stats. I am telling you right now, ignore this. Go full dexterity with your bow build, maybe a little bit of constitution if you find yourself being a little squishy. But ignore my gear score and my focus. Like I said, I can't afford to keep respecking over and over in the means of making content, but I can still convey the message of what you need to do. Now, as for the bow itself, we have a pretty nice looking bow here with a dexterity constitution roll with a higher crit chance and damage to beast, and I put a rally 2 gem in it, so when we are at full health, we deal 9% more damage basically all the time. Or if you're in a group with your buddies and you simply just want to do a bunch of damage, this is going to be your best bet, because that almost 10% damage when you're at full health is pretty insane as it applies to everything you do with your bow. Now, a lot of people have been saying we need your bow / spear build. We need both at once. I did make a separate spear build video. This is the build if you just want to care about that and move on. But there's a video on my channel called PvE PvP spear build. You can check that out. But as for the bow build, here is the bow build that everybody's finally been waiting for. And honestly, it's going to surprise many people. A lot of people are going to be confused. Where's the AoE? I need my AoE damage. Like I said, I made a separate video for that. But for this is going to give you the most damage in terms of PvP, PvE, and killing bosses in PvE. So let's first go over the skirmisher. We only got a single ability from here because I wanted to avoid the AoE as everybody does it, and I've already done it before. I don't like Splinter Shot. I don't like how you're getting 5 arrows that do 50% of your damage, and it's not good in a lot of situations unless the boss is the size of freaking Germany. But as for the skirmisher tree, we did get evade shot, so we hop up in the air and we deal 125% weapon damage, and I did get the bonus add-on to where we cause a knockback, which is honestly pretty cool. I did get evasive tactics, as it's probably one of the best skills early on to be at the top of the tree. After we dodge, we get 20% more damage for 5 seconds. And finally, for the skirmisher tree, we got dodge and weave, so after we dodge, we get a little bit of haste. Now over to the hunter tree, we did get penetrating shot, which gives us 150% weapon damage that passes through targets indefinitely for 100 meters. On top of that, we got blood-soaked arrow, so every time it passes through a target, it increases its damage by 10%, up to 50%. And then finally, deep strike, so if we're farther than 20 meters away from a target, we deal 20% more damage, which is perfect. And then we got rapid shot. A lot of people are using this, but not in the way I like to see. You shoot 3 consecutive arrows, the first 2 deal full 100% damage, and the last one deals 125%, but that can go up to 150% with final blow. Basically doing the same thing that penetrating shot does. And rapid accuracy is if all 3 of these arrows hit the same target, you get this back 50% faster. And it's already only on an 18-second cooldown. So having that on a 9-second cooldown when you're doing bosses is ridiculous. Now, as for our little perks, we do have long range, which gives us 20% more damage when foes are at least 10 meters away, which is pretty much all the time. We have aim true, so our heavy attack arrows fly faster and deal 30% more damage. We have finishing shot, so if your target is below 50% health, you deal 20% more damage. A lot of great damage benefits here. We have Opening Strike to where your heavy attacks deal 20% damage if your foe is at 100% health. We have Surprise Attack to where if you haven't damaged anyone in the last 10 seconds, you deal 20% extra damage. These all have great synergies. When you go into a fight, you pop your Penetrating Shot, you're going to get a lot of damage benefits, and you're going to hit them so hard, they're going to be like, what is that? Now we have Arrow Range. I just love this personally. This is more of a pick and choose perk. Now I do love this perk because you don't have to worry as much with the aim drop off, and it's just more straightforward and almost hit scan to a point, but arrows are not hit scan. We have Hawkeye, so when we land a headshot, we heal for 10% of the damage done. And finally, we got Bullseye, so our bow shot's critical chance is increased by 10%. And of course, we did get a capstone called Concussion. When we land a headshot, we deal 20% more damage, and we have a 50% chance to get an arrow back. All of this is just damage on top of damage. And now, since I can't show you guys gameplay and show you guys perfect scenarios, because like I said before, I'm going to show you guys how I would play this build. So let's say you're against an enemy. You're going to want to get that roll so you can get that 20% damage, maybe pop an evade shot to knock them back a few meters. And as they're coming up to you, you could probably hit them with a penetrating shot, roll back, get that bonus damage, hit them with this, and you're going to be doing a lot of damage. This is a very mobile build, an agile build, and that's what you want to do with a build like this. And as you see, we have something off of cooldown already. Pop it again, hit them with a few rolls, hit them from range. And if they get too close, always swap to your spear, man. The spear is going to be your secondary best friend. I have a full guide about this spear that I made on my channel. You could check that in the comments down below. And if you want to know how to get this specific spear right here, the Heaven Splitter with 580 gear score, there's also going to be another video on that. Amazing spear, freaking awesome for basically all situations. But yeah, guys, that is the bow build that I've been wanting to show you guys. I personally love this build. This is the build that I've been rocking behind the scenes when it comes to PvE, PvP, and it's something that I personally love to use. I love the agility of it. I love the amount of bow shots that you can get off in a short amount of time. A lot of people expect that when you're using a bow that you're only popping off 1 or 2 shots by the time they get to you, but you can make a distance, you're able to use your triple shot, and if they somehow love to strafe back and forth every time, you have this shot right here with basically no range drop off whatsoever. But yeah, guys, that is my bow PvE and PvP build video. If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to show it some love by hitting that like button down below, as it spreads my videos out more to the New World community. Make sure you guys subscribe so you never miss out on another video from me. And make sure you check out my other videos for New World on my channel. You'll probably find something that you love and something that will help you along your journey. I am mainly a dexterity player, so everything I'm posting right now is about dexterity. But you guys have a terrific day, and I will see you guys later.